20 years ago, the modern reality TV genre exploded onto our screens. But this case shows us that things are not always rosy behind the scenes. And despite being a TV personality, it does not mean that you're a good person, have good morals, or have the life that we all imagine. This is the case of Jasmine Fiore. Jasmine Fiore was born Jasmine Leporin in 1981. Her parents divorced when she was only 8 years of age, so she was raised by her single mother, Lisa, in Bonnie Doon, California. In her youth, she enjoyed playing football with friends, and as she got older, she secured a job working for a local grocery store. But as Jasmine got older, she really enjoyed fashion. She liked the latest looks and made a real effort with her makeup and image. She really wanted a boob job because she was not happy with the size or shape of her own. She knew that this would give her the confidence to enjoy even more fashion. Jasmine was slim and tall with long blonde hair and big blue eyes. Anywhere she went, Jasmine got a lot of attention, even if it was just to go to the store. She was very popular, had many friends, and they all had similar interests. Every picture that you saw Jasmine in, she had a big smile. That was just her. And people said that they could just feel it when they were around her. It was real. It wasn't a phony smile like a picture-taking smile. That was who she was. Jasmine was exuberant. She was also a kind of mother figure to others. She was radiant, she was gorgeous, and her inner beauty and her physical beauty shone through. Men fell in love with her first sight, and I mean, she might as well have been Marilyn Monroe incarcerated. Jasmine's mother remembered her daughter's happy childhood. She was a great kid, she said. She was a lot of fun. She was smart, and she always had an agenda, And every day she woke up, she had a plan. She had all kinds of stuff going on from the start. Jasmine grew up in Bonnie Doon, a small California community outside Santa Cruz. One of her friends, Sarah Jensen, remembered Jessica in 5th grade. Oh God, Jasmine was just exciting, she said. She brought a new lease of life upon us. She was a beautiful girl and she just knew that could take her places. She wanted big things in her life and she was going to get them. She was focused and ambitious. But Jasmine wanted more for her life than working in a grocery store. The money was not good, and Jasmine had so many things that she wanted to accomplish. There were surgeries that she was thinking about, nice, fashionable clothes, and high-quality makeup. Plus, she wanted to live somewhere nice and have a nice car. She always dreamed of being a model, so she found a photographer and started collecting professional images into a modelling CV. This all helped, and as it built, she was able to start applying for jobs. She was so excited when she started getting jobs modelling swimwear. So Jasmine started modelling swimwear, and then she started getting frequent jobs working as a body-painted model at parties for entertainment. And with the modelling experience, she started applying them for TV shows, and eventually it paid off. The more shows and jobs she did, the more she could correct the things that she wanted and look amazing. She appeared in shows at Las Vegas area casinos as the showgirl, and she also acted in commercials for adult phone lines and bathing suits. Jasmine had also obtained a real estate license just in case the modelling fell through. Plus, in Cali, there were some big homes, and selling those at commission would be a good payout. It was as if Jasmine had a finger in many pies, and she was planning to open a gym and personal training centre. But according to Jasmine's friend of a year and a half, Jasmine had a long-standing and intermittently serious relationship with whom she wanted to settle down. Jasmine imagined marrying this man. They were not only lovers, but best friends, and his name was Travis. And she had met him in 2005. Travis and Jasmine had become engaged, but this has only lasted about a year, sometime between 2006 and 2007. And although the couple broke off the engagement, they continued to date and meet up. After all, they were still best friends. But when Jasmine met a Canadian real estate investor His name was Ryan Jenkins, and she met him at a Las Vegas casino. Ryan Jenkins had also been a model and had applied for shows through his agency. But Ryan Jenkins was entering these shows without disclosing his previous history, and for some reason he slipped through the net and managed to be a contestant. He had been convicted of assaulting his then girlfriend Fern Jewell. He was sentenced to 15 months probation, which included counselling for sex addiction and domestic violence, but he apparently withheld this violent past from his new wife and from any jobs that he was getting. He had physically abused his ex-girlfriend, and I mean, here is someone that he apparently loved and put her trust into him. He beat her and called her names. He had only just met her when he went on Megan Wants a Millionaire, and he was determined to win the £250,000 prize. He called Jasmine constantly from the show, and he kept telling her on the phone, "I'm going to win this, and I'm going to win this for you so we can have a nice life." But then he would ask her, "Where were you last night?" Because obviously he was in Mexico shooting the show and she lived in Las Vegas. He was very jealous, very suspicious of where she was, what she was doing, who she was with. And although the show was actually making the program, it seemed that they were actually making a story of it on the show. They were like, "Look at this guy, he's obsessed with this model." He was then eliminated from Megan Wants a Millionaire. 2 days later, on the 18th of March, the pair married. They married at a little white chapel in Las Vegas Strip. Then he got onto another show called Mexico's set of I Love Money 3. During this show, he called Jasmine repeatedly. According to court records, Ryan Jenkins was charged in 2009 in Clark County, Nevada, with battery of domestic violence for hitting Jasmine on the arm. But Travis, her ex-boyfriend, was apparently present at the time, and apparently Ryan and Jasmine were arguing over her kissing her ex. Ryan Jenkins hit Jasmine's arm, causing her to fall into a nearby swimming pool. Ryan Jenkins was to go on trial in December. Now, they reportedly got back together and they were traveling to San Diego for a poker game. According to Jasmine's mother, Ryan and Jasmine fought frequently, and that was evident through the court records of when she dialed 911 to say that he'd assaulted her. It was apparent that Ryan was jealous of Jasmine's friendships. Now, Dan Jenkins, Ryan's father, said that Jasmine was apparently Ryan's only friend, and also said that Jasmine would disappear for days at a time and lie about where she was and not be in touch with him, leading to make him even more jealous and suspicious. Now, according to Jasmine's mother, she did say that the marriage to Ryan was annulled in May 2009, but there was no court records of an annulment in Nevada, where the couple had married or where they last lived. Now, investigators reported that Ryan Jenkins and Jasmine apparently checked into this hotel in Del Mar, San Diego, on the evening of the 13th of August 2009. They were going to attend a poker tournament. It was a charity fundraiser for Karma Foundation at the Del Mar Hilton. Surveillance video captured Jasmine and Ryan Jenkins leaving the Hilton at around 2:30 a.m. in the morning. And on the 14th of August, the couple were later seen at the Ivy Hotel, a nightclub in downtown San Diego. At around 4:30 a.m, Ryan Jenkins returned to the hotel, but this time he was alone. Jasmine was never seen again. And then Ryan Jenkins got up the next day and left the hotel at around 9 a.m. Jasmine's body was later discovered. Her body had been badly beaten and crushed inside a suitcase, in a dumpster, and in an alleyway in Buena Park, California. And according to Buena Park police, Jasmine's teeth and fingers had been removed before her nude body was stuffed inside this case. She'd also been strangled, and authorities believed that the mutilation attempts were to impede identification. A few days later, on the 18th of August, her remains were identified using the serial numbers of her breast implants. The Orange County Coroner's Office reported that Jasmine had died a couple of hours before the body was found. Jasmine's white Mercedes was found abandoned in a parking lot in West Hollywood, about a mile from the penthouse that Jasmine and Ryan had shared in Fairfax district of Los Angeles. Police reported that there was a significant amount of blood and some evidence of pulling of the hair. Ryan Jenkins reported Jasmine missing on the 15th at 8:55 p.m. at night. He told police that the last time he'd seen Jasmine was at 8:30 p.m. on the 14th of August at their home in Edinburgh, Los Angeles. Ryan Jenkins said that they had gone to San Diego for a poker event and that after returning, she had dropped him off that evening, gone to do errands in her car and never returned. But at 9 a.m. on the 16th of August, the day after reporting Jasmine missing and after spending some time packing, Ryan Jenkins was seen leaving their penthouse for the last time. He then left Los Angeles and went to Nevada to pick up a speedboat. On August the 17th, when contacted by police, Ryan said he was in Utah and was headed to Canada to resolve some immigration issues. Jasmine's body was identified and the murder was reported. On the afternoon of the 19th of August, Ryan Jenkins called his father from Birch Bay, who informed him that Jasmine had been found murdered. The Whatcom County Sheriff's Office received witness reports of Ryan Jenkins's black BMW SUV towing a boat towards the Canada-US border. Police later found the BMW SUV and an empty boat trailer at the marina in Blaine, Washington. The engine was still warm. At the time, Ryan Jenkins wasn't the only person of interest in the investigation. He had not been charged, but Canadian authorities had been alerted to watch for him. US Coast Guard and US Customs and Border Protection confirmed that they had boats patrolling the northwest of Washington waters looking for Ryan Jenkins as early as the 19th of August. And initial media reports were that the US Coast Guard and Canadian authorities had chased Ryan Jenkins' speedboat as it crossed to Point Roberts, but officials later denied these reports. On August the 19th, a man matching Ryan Jenkins' description was seen piloting his boat in a marina in Point Roberts, where Ryan Jenkins' stepmother lived. The Royal Canadian Mounted Police announced that they believed Ryan Jenkins had crossed into Canada sometime between the 19th and 20th of August. Police managed to catch up with Ryan Jenkins, and on the 20th of August he was charged with Jasmine and Fiore's murder. But shortly after the arrest and questioning, he was bailed. Ryan had arrived in a silver PT Cruiser with a young blonde woman at the Thunderbird Motel in British Columbia, Canada. The car had Alberta license plates. They pulled up beside a dumpster rather than beside the rooms, which the motel manager said was strange. Ryan Jenkins stayed in the car while the young woman paid cash for 3 nights' accommodation. The manager described the woman as attractive, about 25 to 30 and very calm, making small talk with the manager. The guest in the room next door said the woman stayed for about 20 minutes with Ryan before leaving room 2 and then left the motel. The woman proved to be Ryan Jenkins' half-sister Alina Jenkins. The manager saw Ryan walking outside the motel on the 21st of August. The manager said that Ryan Jenkins looked exhausted and was not recognisable from the picture on the television. At 11:30 a.m. on the 23rd, the couple failed to check out. Noticing very little activity over the weekend, the motel manager and his nephew decided to check on the room. Ryan Jenkins was found dead, took his own life. His body was hanging from a clothes rack by a belt, and no suicide note was left at the motel. However, police found a document saved on Ryan Jenkins' computer titled Last Will and Testament, which was dated the 20th of August. On the 27th of August, investigators found a storage unit full of Ryan Jenkins' belongings, including a suitcase of clothes in Washington state. In 2020, a post-mortem of Jasmine's murder was reported that the incident had a considerable effect on the reality TV industry. 51 Minds co-founder Mark Crowin said that the incident lenses every conversation I have had when vetting potential contestants. He added that 51 Minds now makes it a point to keep in contact with contestants after the production ends. So Jasmine Fiore never got justice, as the man who was apparently the only person of interest in her case took his own life. But was it Ryan Jenkins that had done it? It certainly sounds that by taking his own life he had something on his mind. Was it because he was the only person of interest and he knew he would be done for it even if he hadn't done it? Or do you believe that he had done it and that was the reason why he took his own life, was because he couldn't deal with going to prison for the rest of his life and felt terrible for what he had done? What do you think about this case? Let me know in the comments section below. Take care, and I'll be back with you again soon. Bye for now.